to be honest with you, it's becoming a lot like NFL Europe, that a lot of teams are very, very competitive. A lot of teams will be right around that 9-7 mark, and there'll be a couple that'll stand out. I've been obviously very impressed with Kurt Warner, who's having another tremendous year. It's a big plus for NFL Europe. You have to be impressed with Dante Culpepper. The thing that impresses me the most about Dante Culpepper is Todd Bouman, who I coached at Barcelona, is still on the Minnesota Vikings, and I think Todd's a great player. And Dante is, I've seen him on television, is playing exceptionally well. So there are a lot of positive things about the NFL season, and I think the second half gets underway, it'll be very exciting. One of the things that you don't have is you don't have a day-to-day contact with a Lawrence Phillips or any other player in that environment they were in. And when I look back at our situation with Lawrence Phillips, I just know as a human being he was an exemplary citizen, had a tremendous season, maybe a season that no other player in NFL Europe history may ever have. He was just a tremendous guy to be around in that space and time in which he was involved with NFL Europe. The things that may have happened in his life before or things that have happened since, that can be a product of a different environment that he was in. But my relationship and our relationship with him in Barcelona was an exceptionally positive one. Every time I see something written about Lawrence Phillips, I just hope that things are going to be positive for him, because that whole experience, that year, '99 in Barcelona, was a very positive one in my dealings with Lawrence, and I'll treasure it forever. I think if he were to ever come back into the league, I'm sure he would be, quote, the property, or Barcelona would have the rights to him, and I would find it difficult to believe that Jack Bicknell would relinquish those rights. But I would be very honored if Lawrence would want to play again. One of the things that you have to learn to do to be in this particular situation is you better be diplomatic. I like all 31 teams, because all 31 teams are going to feed NFL Europe, and I think that's the way. Right now I don't have a favorite. If I had to give you a favorite, then obviously it's the team I read about the most, and it'd be the New England Patriots, and watch them on television the most, because that's where I live. So my exposure to them is the greatest. But other than that, I just love watching it. Well, there are two games that are big, and the biggest, obviously, I'll say there's three games then. The biggest one is your next one. Wherever it is, that's the biggest one. But the ones from the past, the World Bowl played right here against Frankfurt Galaxy was a huge game. And then the last game at Notre Dame, when Notre Dame played Florida in the Sugar Bowl, was a tremendous game and a tremendously positive experience. It was one of those games where Notre Dame wasn't supposed to win, and we did. So walking away from there in New Orleans, Louisiana was a great thrill.